In this video, I'm gonna give him a fade, and this is a flat top haircut, so I'm gonna shape the top up after I fade it. When creating your initial guideline for this type of haircut, you wanna make sure that you leave yourself enough blending space, so that way it doesn't look like a bowl cut. You don't wanna start with the hair bald too high, because then you won't have enough transition area. So you see me when I make this guideline, I leave enough area for myself to blend. And once again, in this video, I'll be using the JRL clipper. And like I said, I'll be leaving a review on this clipper pretty soon. But here the notch is fully open. And I'm making my guideline about 1 inch high. So here I close the lever all the way and begin to attack that bottom guideline. And before you guys say anything, yes, I see the hair in the comb. You're gonna see me remove it in just a second. I know it's gonna be somebody that comments and says something about that, but I promise you I'm about to remove it. But here we just open the lever up more and continue to blend out that bottom guideline. And here you see me adjust the lever one more time. Now, as you can see with this clipper, the lever is, the mechanism is very sticky. So a lot of times you have to keep readjusting it to get it to stay where you want it to. Okay, now here's the quote unquote fading that we're going to be doing. It's mainly clipper over comb. And right here, essentially what I'm doing is creating another guideline. This would be like a 1 open. And when doing clipper over comb, it's very important to be aware of how much hair you're feeding into the comb. If you notice, I never feed a lot of hair into the comb at one time because I don't want to take off too much hair. Because once you take off the hair, you can't put it back. So if you make a mistake and take off too much, you're pretty much doomed at that point. It's nothing you can do to reverse it. You just have to end up taking the fade a lot higher than you want to. So if you're paying attention to what I'm doing, I'm just gradually feeding hair into the comb and I'm going lower and lower. So that way I just eventually get the blend out. So now what I want to do, I want to take off more hair. So you see me close the lever and then I repeat the same clipper over comb process. It is now I'm starting out lower. Like I said, I wouldn't recommend this method for a beginner, but if you're an intermediate to moderate level barber, then I would recommend you trying this. And right here, I'm just trying to show you that I'm just holding the clipper flush. I'm not really trying to dig into the skin. I'm really just trying to flick out dark spots. But yeah, if you want to challenge yourself, if you feel like you've gotten using guards down to a science, then go ahead and try this without guards. And I found that using the corner of the blade when doing clipper over comb is very helpful. Notice I'm not trying to create a new guideline. I'm just specifically trying to target certain dark spots. And with luckily the good thing with this type of haircut, I won't need to go too high with the clipper over comb, because after I get so high, I can just use the clipper to shape the hair how I want it to go. So really you only have to blend the bottom half of the haircut. And see, the rest of it is just strictly shaping. So one tip that I want to share with you guys, and now looking back on this haircut, I saw where I was doing it. See how when I get to the top, I kind of lean the clipper in? You don't want to do that. You want to go straight up with it. I didn't realize it, but I was actually going in at an angle. But when you're doing this, you want to go straight up so you can get more of that box look. And it will keep you from making the high top look too skinny. So even while watching this, I had to teach myself. I had a learning moment for my own self. But yeah, we're just continuing to shape the hair around the entire head. Like I said, you don't want to cut off too much hair, so be careful on how much hair you feed into the clipper. You see me taking my time because I don't want to cut off too much. And hopefully this is a good angle for you guys. I just wanted to show you guys how I shape up the top. You're really just letting the clipper You're really just letting the clipper guide across the head. And the key to getting a really smooth flat top is to pick it out again. I can't tell you how many times I've seen this in a barbershop where barbers will literally make one pass with the clippers to shape up the hair, and then they'll just leave it like that. But once they go home and pick their hair out, it'll be uneven because they only made one pass with the clipper. So always make two passes when you're shaping up the top of the head. So right here, we're just gonna proceed on to the lineup. You want to find that balance between sharp and natural. And you'll see me come on top of the line because I don't want to dig too much into his hairline. So I'm really trying to taper it down at the same time. So that's why I come on top of the line, so I can get those small hairs that may be sticking out. So if you're new to this channel and if you've gotten value out of this video, subscribe if you like what you saw. Give me feedback in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video.